Hey all, welcome back. Sorry for the technical hiccup. However, let's just go ahead and dive right into part two of our Training Tip Tuesday. And again, we are chatting today about babe-specific cycling tips. And a lot of this has to do with cycling comfort and being, well, comfortable on your bike. So previously in part one, we were chatting more about structure and setup and fit on our bike. Next, what I would like to dive into is what are you wearing to stay comfortable? So as I was saying, I'm not sure if this caught on part one. However, what you put between your bum and your bike saddle is absolutely key. It is worth investing in a good pair of bottoms. So whether you are deciding on a pair of bike shorts or a pair of tri shorts, make sure that you're getting something that fits you well. It should be a snug fit. There shouldn't be a lot of wrinkly or gappy material because you want this to essentially be your second skin. And as far as the chamois goes, which is the padded liner that is fixed into the part where your bum and your lady bits are, sometimes more is actually less. Or sometimes less is actually more. That's what I meant to say. So by ensuring that you have the correct cut, so by cut we mean where is the seam providing, or where is the seam outlining the chamois. So if the seam is right where your contact points are on the saddle, so that's not going to provide a lot of protection. So for instance, in tri shorts, the Team Babe kits are cut a little bit wider so that if you're riding a tri saddle, the seam is not hitting directly on those contact points where you're sitting on your saddle, which would rub. However, they're a little bit wider, so it provides additional protection throughout the entire contact point on the saddle. So and then also, if you have too much padding, this goes for tri shorts and for bike shorts, if you have too much padding, and especially if it gets wet and soggy, it can start to rub as the miles go on. So you want to make sure and test out whether or not you have ample padding, but also not too much padding. And I will say too, if you are planning on doing a swim and then a run, or then a bike immediately after, you want to lean towards utilizing tri shorts. More often than not, bike shorts are not built with complete moisture wicking in mind if they're already wet. So tri shorts, on the other hand, are built and designed to first go for a swim, get wet, and then provide additional wicking. And they're a little bit thinner so they dry out faster, so that they won't rub. However, while you're on your bike, they'll have dried out pretty quickly while you are cycling. So other things that you can do to enhance your comfort, there is a product called Chamois Cream. There's a bunch of different wonderful varieties out there. They come in sometimes a little tub like this, sometimes essentially like single serving packets. If you need some for the road to reapply, if you're doing a longer ride and your chamois cream tends to wear off in effectiveness, you may need to reapply. So those are handy. And a lot of times also they'll come in a tube. So just depends on what your personal preference is, but chamois cream essentially provides a protective layer also between you and your bike shorts. It just helps it from becoming irritating on your sensitive areas. And then the final babe specific cycling tip, and by the way, if you have additional ones, please let us know in the comments. There's a lot of great crowdsourcing information that I'm sure that we can pull together. However, the other thing that we did want to mention is that in order to prevent yeast infections, it's very important to get your kit, because it's wet and humid, you want to take your kit off as soon as possible after you have finished your ride or your tri or brick workout, so that you don't run the risk of getting a yeast infection. So that's certainly a babe specific cycling tip, but also just a good practice for anyone. So again, if you have any other cycling specific tips for babes, let us know. You can type in the chat pod, or if you have any additional questions about babe specific cycling tips, you can certainly post those and we'll get back to you in the comments section. So hope everyone's week has been going great. Thanks again for sticking around for part 2. If you missed part 1, the link is, of course, on our Team Babe page if you want to go back and learn a little bit more about bike fit and saddles and how those can be helpful in being comfortable on your bike. So with that, wishing you a wonderful Tuesday. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great week, and we'll see you again soon. Oh, and also don't forget, if you are not yet in the team group, we have more babe-specific tips coming from Coach Ray on Thursday. So if you're not in, join. If you are in, be sure to look for those tips coming your way soon. So like I said, have a great week, and we'll talk to you soon.